Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 13 of Seth's Diaries. Sorry it's a little bit late, but obviously we've been busy over Christmas and both Bryony and I have been unwell. We hope you had a lovely Christmas. So let's jump straight in. We started off by exchanging Seth over so he could come and stay with me, Kit, for a little bit. And we met in B&Q. So Sethy had a little mooch around B&Q. His first time really properly in a shop. Obviously B&Q is nice and wide and it was really quiet, but he did really well. He's getting much more confident in novel environments. He said hello to a couple of people here. The only thing he really struggled with in B&Q was the automatic doors. When he heard those, he did spook slightly, but other than that, he was really confident. Different floors, different smells, different textures. He really is coming along so far, which you're going to see over the next couple of clips. After B&Q, we headed to a supermarket car park again and did some sitting and watching the world go by. I think this might be the first time he's done a car park in the dark. I'm not sure. He found it quite tricky. There were lots of people walking by and we sat relatively near to the door, but he started getting a lot better at seeking comfort when he's worried, so he'll come back over to you and ask for a bit of support. He also was, he doesn't take very long to become comfortable somewhere. He's becoming much more resilient and he bounces back a lot quicker than he used to. The next day started with a really early walk around our local estate. He's getting much more confident around our local estate. You can see nice high tail, lots of sniffing, much slower on his walks and really engaging with the environment, becoming a lot less spooked by sort of traffic and general house sounds than he used to be. He only seems to need to visit somewhere a couple of times before he feels really confident in that environment, so that's really great. I think nice progress there. Next up, we had a nice big secure field hired out, so Seth came with us to that. He met our old dog Marty. Marty's our 12-year-old lurcher, and they got on really well. Marty's nice in terms of telling other dogs what sort of play is and isn't appropriate, so that was really helpful for Seth. And they got on really well, had a good sniff around. Margot, my little one's still not sure of him, still thinks he's a bit of a silly teenager. He loved being in the field, he loved sniffing and playing and going on adventures. I think he's going to be a really fun adventure dog for someone because he just loves being out. So if you are the sort of person who loves hiking or running or going on really long walks, Seth might be your guy. Rather than me keep chatting with my cold infused voice, I'll let you watch Seth having fun. On the way home, we decided to pop into a service station and let him have a little mooch around. You can see much lower tail here in a novel environment and struggled quite a bit more. But over the next couple of minutes, you'll watch him really come out of his shell again. He was enjoying lots of fuss, and he's not quite so frozen in new environments as he was. I think a lot better at exploring in new places. Again, I'll let you watch. At this stage, Seth's rehabilitation really is just about going to as many places as possible and letting him get used to novel environments and just watch the world go by. So it's a lot of going and sitting, and you'll notice that's repeated a lot, and that's because that's mostly what we're doing at the moment. And last but by no means least, we decided that Seth needs a little bit more work on sort of engaging when he's out and about. He gets so focused on the environment, understandably, because it's all new to him, that he struggles to have any handler focus. So here I am just doing some check-in training with Seth outside of yet another supermarket. So every time he looks at me, I'm just rewarding him for having sort of handler focus, and that's all this game is. Any check-in, any look back at me gets rewarded. We were still quite near the door in this little video, so he was struggling quite a bit more. He was less engaged, and also his enthusiasm levels were much lower. Whereas when we move slightly further away in a second, you'll see a much higher tail, much more goofy, silly behaviour, and a more realistic portrayal of who Seth actually is. So this video catches us up till Christmas Eve. I'm going to pause there, go away, I'll make another video. So have a cup of tea and come back in a short while, and you'll be able to see episode 14.